Alright guys, I'm back with my review of Dexter Season 8, Episode 6, A Little Reflection. And so far, the only thing that's happened is Dexter has been following Zach Hamilton around, and he sees him go to Evelyn's. So we ask Evelyn about this kid, and she says he's just a patient, his dad brought him to me, you don't know that he's done anything yet. And she asks Dexter to come talk to her if he does find out that Zach's killed somebody, before Dexter kills him. Then we see Masuka, who goes to talk to Deb, and he gets the background report on his daughter, and he finds out that she has been having money issues, so this worries Masuka a little bit. And then Deborah's boss at the bounty hunter place wants her to help him go on a stakeout because he thinks his sister's boyfriend is cheating on her, and they'll have to pretend to be a couple. And now Dexter's at another crime scene, and he sees Zach Hamilton taking pictures. So he wants to try to get some information out of Zach, so he says, hey, would you like to see the crime scene? And Zach Hamilton's like, really? So he takes him over, and he's like, oh my god, this is amazing. And Dexter's like, I remember that feeling. Aw. And it was just, it was a little bit much for me. I know the series has had a lot of cheesy one-liners in it, like the whole Dark Passenger stuff, but this was a little over the top. Alright, so Dexter tells Zach Hamilton that he would like to see his pictures once they develop, and to give him a call. So Zach calls Dexter, and he comes over to look at the pictures, and Zach starts talking about blood, and Dexter sees a picture of, I think, the Mexican woman that was killed at Zach's house. Zach gets a phone call. He starts getting upset, so Dexter leaves. I just hope Dexter kills this little fucker soon. Then we see Tom talking to Batista. He asks him why he hasn't picked a sergeant yet, and Batista says, well, you know, it's a tough choice. You got Miller, Quinn, and I know you really want me to pick Miller. She's got a great track record. She looks the best on paper, but Quinn has his attributes too. And Tom's like what? And Batista says he's got street smarts. So that was just ridiculous. And Dexter went on a date with his neighbor, which I really like that scene because it just shows that Dexter doesn't really do anything else. She asks what he likes to do for fun, and he says that he has a boat, but he likes his job, and you just kind of see that Dexter really just goes to work, spends time with Harrison, which he barely even does that. That's just an occasional thing with him. And the rest of the time he kills people or stalks serial killers. So I thought that was a really funny scene. So Batista tells Quinn that he's going with Miller, and Quinn gets all upset, and he thinks maybe if he solves that first murder and can prove that it was Zach Hamilton, that he can get the job. So he asks Dexter if there's any evidence on Zach Hamilton that ties him to the murder, and Dexter says there's nothing really. So Quinn says, well, I'm just going to follow him 24/7 until I find something. So Dexter's like, oh, I can't let him do that. So we ask if he can go with him. And this was another awesome scene. The conversation between Dexter and Quinn was very entertaining stuff. And they see Zach Hamilton taking pictures of this woman during her yoga class. Dexter thinks that he's stalking his next victim. So he breaks into Zach's house, and he finds pictures of the first woman that was killed, proving that Zach Hamilton did the murder. So he goes to Evelyn, he says, here's your proof, I gotta kill him now. And she's like, well, what if we teach him the code? And Dexter doesn't want to hear this. He says that he killed an innocent person, he's about to kill another one, he deserves to die. And he storms out. So right now I'm really hoping Dexter kills this kid, but it's not looking that way. But with only 6 episodes until the end of an entire series, hopefully Dexter just kills this kid and it's over with. I have heard rumors that they may want to do a spin-off, and if it's something involving this little shithead, there's no way in hell I'd want to see that. Also, there was another thing with Deborah and her boss. They get the proof that his sister's boyfriend has been cheating on her by using Deborah as bait, and then her boss gets pissed off and punches the guy. I don't know. I really don't care about this storyline. Some of the stuff with Masuka and Quinn I can deal with. This Deborah boss situation has just been boring this entire episode. Alright, I just finished the episode. Um, holy crap, where do I even begin? So Dexter goes to kill Zach Hamilton, and he's not home. So he thinks he's left to go kill this woman. And he finds out where they're going to be, so he shows up and he's watching Zach, waiting for him to make his move, and he sees Quinn, and he calls Jamie and says, you know, hey, Quinn seems to be a bit down, why don't you invite him over? And she's like, oh, okay, thanks, Dexter. So she calls Quinn and he leaves. That frees up Zach Hamilton to Dexter. And he sees the girl with Zach's dad. And he sees Zach dressed like Dexter in his kill outfit, but he's not going after the girl. He's going after his dad. So Dexter stops him, injects him. Quinn almost catches Dexter, but he thinks he's just working on the case and following Zach around, so he doesn't think anything of it. And Zach wakes up, he's in the kill room, and Dexter's saying all this stuff to him, like, you enjoyed killing people, and he's like, no, I just did it to protect my mother because my father's affairs are killing her. And Dexter says, there's more to it than that, because you like to take photos of crime scenes, you like the blood and all that sick shit, so there's something screwed up with you. And he's like, I can't help it, just kill me because I don't want to be a monster. So of course Dexter doesn't kill him, and he lets him go, and now he's going to mentor this kid, because he had Harry and this kid has no one. So whatever with that. Then we see Dexter talking to Deborah, and they're just having a regular conversation. He's telling her about his intern, as he calls him, and then Deborah starts to get kind of like faint. She gets all woozy, and Dexter's like, Deborah, are you okay? And then he starts to get woozy, and then Hannah McKay walks in. And it's like, fuck, I almost forgot about her ass. But there was another scene in this episode where Harrison catches Dexter in a lie. He had this little dog that got blood on it that Dexter said he ran away or something, but really Dexter threw it out. So now Harrison's starting to catch on to some of Dexter's behavior too. So I'm sure that's going to play into future episodes. As far as the episode goes itself, I didn't really like this episode. I thought there was way too much with this Deborah and her boss. Some of that stuff I didn't care for at all. I don't like the Zach Hamilton character. I think this is going to be very hard to pull off. I think a lot of fans of the series aren't going to accept this, that they have a new Dexter character. And now Hannah McKay is back, which is probably my most hated character in this entire fucking series. So I'm hoping these last 6 episodes are really good. Maybe Dexter will just kill Hannah off in like 2 episodes or something. Wishful thinking maybe, but that's what I hope happens. But anyways, that's my review of this week's episode of Dexter. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this episode in the comments, and thanks for watching.